Hello students, today we are going to talk about uniform circular motion. So, when the velocity of an object changes, we say that the object is accelerating because acceleration means change in velocity. So, the change in the velocity could be due to change in its magnitude or the direction because acceleration is a vector quantity, so depends on magnitude as well as the direction. So can you think an example when an object does not change its magnitude of velocity but only the direction is going to be changed, right? So that examples we can take here. You have given for example that a rectangular track, hexagonal track, octagonal shaped track and a circular track, in which it may be happen that you don't need to change the magnitude of the velocity, but yes, you obviously need to change the direction of motion, right? Suppose if we are going to talk about the rectangular track, suppose an athlete going to run around this rectangular track and he is running from A point, so he move from A to B point with the same magnitude, but while he reached up to B point he has to change its direction. So he now move from B to C, then C to D and D to A. So 4 times he need to change his direction in the case of rectangular track. It happened that its velocity or the magnitude of its velocity is going to remain same. So exactly same way, if someone travel through this hexagonal track, then in the case of this hexagonal track, the person need to change its direction for the 6th time. That is from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F and F to A. It means a person need to change its direction for 6 times in case of the hexagonal track. Exactly same way, if you are going to talk about the octagonal shaped track, then any person need to change its direction for 8 times, right? Okay. So exactly if you are going to take any circular track, right? A circular track if you are going to take, then what happens? So what would happen to the shape of the track as we go on increasing the number of sides indefinitely, right? Here you can see 8 times you have to change its direction, here 6 times, here 4 times, right? So what would happen if you are going to take a shape of the track as we go on increasing the number of sides indefinitely, right? So if you do this, you will notice that the shape of the track approaches the shape of a circle. अगर आप बढ़ाते ही जाओगे then what happen? It will approach to the shape of the circle, like you can see over here 4 times, then 6 times, then 8 times, then indefinitely times, right? So what happen? It will approach to the shape of the circle, right? So okay, so if you do this, you will notice that the shape of the track approaches to the shape of the circle and the length of each of the sides will increases to a point. So if the athlete moves with a velocity of constant magnitude along a circular path, the only change in his velocity is due to the change in the direction of motion, right? So velocity will going to be changed because only the direction of the motion will going to be changed. So the motion of the athlete moving along a circular path is therefore an example of an accelerated motion, right? Because here the velocity will going to be changed. Why velocity will going to be changed? Because the direction of the motion is going to be changed. So change in velocity, what we can consider? It can be considered as the accelerated motion. So we know that the circumference of a circle of radius r is given by 2 pi r. We all know that circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So if the athlete takes t seconds to go once around the circular path of radius r, then the speed of that athlete can be given by speed is equal to 2 pi r, मतलब की total distance covered by the athlete upon time taken, right? So by this formula we can give the speed of that athlete into the circular path. So when an object moves in a circular path with a uniform speed, here I am using word uniform speed, its motion is called uniform circular motion. So if any object moving in a circular path with a uniform speed, then it can be considered as the uniform circular motion because speed does not require direction to describe it, right? So that is the reason the definition of the circular motion is when any object moves in the circular path with a uniform speed, then it can be considered as the uniform circular motion.